All right, guys, we're back. We're on lesson 2.4. We're going to be talking about this lady who rents canoes. So it says Sandy's Boathouse rents canoes at a cost advertised at $9 per hour for trips on the Red Cedar River. The owner actually gives customers a better deal. She was once a mathematics teacher, and she uses the equation C equals 0.15t plus 2.50 to find the charge C in dollars for renting a canoe for T minutes. Leave it up to the math teacher to put a linear equation in the cost instead of just figuring it out with $9 per hour, right? So we're going to solve this problem. It's on page 40 and 41 of your workbook if you have it at home, so if you can see it better. All right, so let's start with this. I wrote that equation down because we're going to need it. It's also right here if you need to have that. It says, when Rashida and Serena applied for a job at Sandy's, the owner gave the following test questions to see if they could calculate the charges correctly. Yeah, she would give them a math problem, right? She's a great boss. So let's figure this out. A1. A1 says, explain what the numbers in the equation mean. Okay, well, I remember that they said C is the cost or the charge, one of those things, to rent the canoes. And they said T is the time in minutes. So whenever I have to figure out how much it costs, if I rented it for 1 minute, I would plug in a 1 for T. If I was renting it for 2 minutes, I would plug in a 2 for T. Either way, I definitely notice that every time it's that multiplication problem plus 250. So what does this mean? This means for a canoe rental, the base charge is $2.50, right? No matter how long you rent it, you have to pay $2.50. Then plus 15 cents for each minute you use it. Okay, so you're adding on 15 cents for every minute you're in that boat. So that's what that means. So what does 2 ask? 2 says, how much does it cost to rent the canoe for 25 minutes? So let's say you were in that boat for 25 minutes. T is 25. So let's just plug that in. The cost is going to be 0.15 times 25, because T is now 25, they told us, plus $2.50. So now to do this, you need to remember this thing. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, PEMDAS. Remember order of operations. Which part of this am I doing first, the multiplication or the addition? Hopefully remember when you come down and the multiplication happens before the addition, so we have to do this part first. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that on the calculator. Let's just save some time. Let's do 25 times 0.15 here. $3.75, okay? So this thing equals $3.75, but we still have to do our addition and add $2.50. We can do that by hand. I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to line it up. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry my 1. 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6. $6.25. So there's my answer. If I want to rent a canoe for 25 minutes, it's going to cost me $6.25. Okay? All right. What does 3 say? 3 says a customer is charged $9.25. How long did he use the canoe? So here, we know that the cost is $9.25. And they're asking us, what is the time? How long was he in the canoe? So this is where I'm going to let you use Desmos. So if I go to Desmos, I'm going to pull it up on my phone here. And I'm going to type in our equation. So you can type in C and T if you want. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to use Y and X because I'm doing it on my phone and I don't want to pull all those up. So Y equals 0.15, whoops. And I'm just putting in an X instead of T, plus $2.50. So now hopefully you can see This is slope-intercept. It's just kind of flipped around a little bit. The y-intercept is 2.5, and the slope is positive 0.15, right? There's my y-intercept, there's my slope. So here's my graph. Whoops, see if I can move it. So they're trying to ask us, when is the cost $9.25? Okay, so here along the x-axis is how long I've had the rental. And here along the y-axis is the cost, how much this thing costs. So where is it equal to 9.25? So 9 is going to be somewhere up close to 10. So I'm going to just zoom over until I feel like it's kind of close to 9, like right here, right? Scoot this down for a sec. So what's really cool about Desmos is I can come in and click a point, and it'll tell me. So here my x value is 8.68. I want it to be 9.25. Oh, you guys, I'm way zoomed out. Yeah, I want my y value to be 9.25. When is this thing costing $9.25? So there, so you can see if I go, keep going, I'm trying to get the y to be 9.25. Getting closer. Oh, we went over a little bit. There we are. So when is this thing costing $9.25? Ugh, keep moving my finger. When you've been in that canoe for 45 minutes, when x is 45. And you can do this on Desmos too with your mouse, and it'll be a little bit more accurate than mine. So there I am. So I've just figured out that when y is 9.25, x has to be 45 minutes. And how did I figure this out? I used the graph on Desmos. So you guys should try that out too. I have the app on my phone, so you can also download that if that's easier for you. Okay, so now let's see what number 4 asks. Number 4 says a customer has $6 to spend. How long can she use the canoe? $6 to spend. So here, cost is $6. How long can she use the canoe? Well, we know it's going to be less than 45 minutes because that was $9.25. It's going to also be less than 25 minutes because that was $6.25. So I'm going to come back to Desmos and see when I can get the cost to be 6. So here's 6, and I know it's going to be less than 25. So let's just scroll along and put my finger on this line. Let's see what we get. If I can get in there. No, it's not letting me. Right, here we are. So I have it below. I'm trying to get my cost to be $6, right? So you guys, I can't grab it there. Let me see. There we are. So it's getting close to 6. Ooh, I just went over a little bit. 6. See if I get exactly on 6. So I can look at this. This is as close as I can get to 6. So it's about, if you have spend $6 and 0.004 cents, it's 23 minutes you can be in that canoe. So hopefully you can see that to stay under 6, I have to be in the canoe for 23 minutes or less, right? So I'm going to put here, with $6, you can use a canoe for 23 minutes or less. You can choose to spend 5 minutes if you want, but you just cannot spend more than 23 minutes. All right, the last thing we're going to answer on page 41 is question B. So question B is right here. It says the owner gave Rashida a graph of that function. Here it is. And asked her how it could be used to estimate answers to question A. How could Rashida respond? Well, we just did this on Desmos. We used our graph to figure out the answer to 3 and 4, right? How could we figure it out to also figure out number 2? How much does it cost to rent a canoe for 25 minutes? Well, that's easy, right? I could come up to 25 when t is 25 minutes, go up in whatever, let me get a pencil so I can erase, wherever this is, which is right here, is going to tell me how much it cost. And that value, if you estimate it from this graph, is going to be that $6.25 we got. But you could also go to Desmos and it will give you an exact answer. So let's find out. Let's work backwards. When t is 25, so somewhere over here, When x is 25, is the y value 6.25 like we predicted? If I could get there exactly. There it is. Yes, at 25, it is $6.25. So that's how you can use the graph to estimate the points. We're eventually going to learn how you can do this without a graph to solve these problems. All right. See you next time.